Hello everyone, welcome to Home Cooking with me, Subramanian. When it comes to biryanis, there are different variety of biryanis from different regions. Today I'm going to share a very special biryani all the way from Kerala. This is from the Malabar region, which is Thalassery chicken biryani. Now this is made with the small grain GHEE sala or the GHEE SAMBA rice, which is otherwise known as the kaima rice. So there are a couple of steps involved. So let's get started and dive right into the recipe. So first we are going to prepare the garam masala powder. So I am going to add a bunch of whole spices for the garam masala, starting with add 4 cardamom, 2 pieces of cinnamon, 5 cloves, 2 star anise, half teaspoon whole peppercorns, 2 small pieces of nutmeg, 2 small pieces of mace, 1 teaspoon fennel, 1 teaspoon shahi jeera, 2 red chilies. So I am using the Kashmiri red chilies. Dry roast all the whole spices for about 2 to 3 minutes on medium-low flame. So you can see I am getting a nice lovely aroma here. Turn off the stove. Transfer the whole spices to another plate and cool it completely. Transfer the cooled spices to a mixer jar and grind it to a nice fine powder. So you can see the garam masala is ready. So we are going to use this for the biryani. It's always nice to grind them nice and fresh. So next we are going to fry the onions. To a kadai, pour enough oil for deep frying. Once the oil is hot, gently drop the sliced onions to the hot oil. Taken 2 large onions that have been thinly sliced. So fried onions are very important for this particular recipe. Fry them till they get to a nice golden brown color. Remove them from the oil and keep it aside. So we are going to use some cashew nuts and raisins for garnish. I have taken about 1 cup of cashew nuts. Fry them till you get a nice golden brown color. Remove it and keep it aside. Next, fry about half cup of golden raisins. Remove from the oil and keep it aside. So now we have all the elements for garnish. So next we are going to cook the chicken. Take a nice white pan or a nice white kadai. Add 1/4 cup of ghee. For this recipe I have taken about 4 medium-sized onions thinly sliced. Saute the onions till you get a nice golden color. So once the onions have turned to a nice golden color, add 1.5 tablespoons of garlic paste, 1.5 tablespoons of ginger paste and about 2 tablespoons of green chilli paste. So once you have sauteed the ginger, garlic and green chilli paste for about 2 to 3 minutes, next add the chicken pieces. For this recipe I have taken 1 kilo of chicken with bone. So once you have added the chicken pieces, cook for about 5 minutes. Make sure the ginger, garlic and green chilli paste has coated the chicken pieces nicely. Next add half teaspoon of turmeric powder, 2 teaspoons salt, so we are cooking the chicken on high flame here. Next add the ground garam masala. So this is freshly ground masala. It's going to add a lot of flavor. Next I am adding 3 medium-sized tomatoes. After 10 minutes, add about half cup of nicely whisked curd. Continue to cook the chicken on a high flame. Mix it all in nicely. So now bring the flame to a medium. Add a few fresh mint leaves. Add a few chopped coriander leaves. Mix it all in. Take about 2 to 3 handful of the fried onions, just crush it and just add it to the chicken. Mix it all in. This is going to add a lot of flavor. The chicken is coming together beautifully. So finally, I'm just adding about 2 tablespoons of fresh and thick coconut milk. This is optional. This will just bring a nice flavor to the chicken. The chicken masala for the biryani is done. Keep this aside. Now we're going to cook the rice. For this recipe, I've taken 2 cups of Jeeraga Samba rice, that is Jeeraga Shala rice or Kaima rice. So you can see this is the short grain rice, unlike the long grain basmati rice. It's best to use this rice for this recipe, but if you can't find this rice, you can also make it using basmati rice. Wash the rice a few times, pour enough water and soak it just for about 10 minutes. Next, we're going to cook the rice. Take a nice deep pot, add 2 teaspoons of ghee. Next, add a few whole spices, cinnamon, clove, cardamom, bay leaf with star anise. So I'm using the 250 ml measurement for measuring the rice and the water. So totally for 2 cups of rice, I've taken 3 1/4 cups of water. Add 1 teaspoon of salt, mix it all in, close the pot and bring the water to a boil. So you can see the water is beginning to boil. Add the soaked rice. Close the pot and cook on a medium-high flame till the rice is done. The rice is cooked. I'm going to turn off the stove. Now that all the elements for the biryani are done, we are going to dum cook the biryani. For this, take a nice deep heavy bottomed pot. I'm going to layer it starting with the chicken. So make sure you add all the chicken pieces at the bottom of the pot. Just spread it out evenly. Next, add the cooked rice. Just add half of the cooked rice. Spread it out evenly. Now add 1 teaspoon of ghee. Add a few chopped coriander leaves, add a few fresh mint leaves, add a few fried onions. Now top it with some fried raisins and some fried cashew nuts. To give it more flavor, I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of garam masala powder and some saffron water. So I've just soaked a few saffron strands with a little bit of hot water. Just adding that, it will give a nice fragrance and color to the biryani. Now I'm going to add 1 more layer of rice on top. Just add all the remaining rice. Spread it out evenly. Gently press it down. Now add a teaspoon of ghee. Add a few chopped coriander leaves, a few fresh mint leaves, a few fried onions, a few fried golden raisins and a few fried cashew nuts. Sprinkle a little bit of garam masala powder. And finally, I'm finishing off by adding the remaining saffron water. I'm closing the pot using a foil. If you don't have a foil, you can just make some of this dough using wheat flour or maida and just stick it on the rim. Cover the pot with a plate. Next, heat a tawa. Once the tawa is hot, place the pot onto the tawa. Maintain the flame on a medium-low. And we're going to leave this on dum for about 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, I'm going to open the pot now. I can't wait to dig into this biryani. Wow, that looks amazing. Take a nice big spatula and scoop the biryani right from the bottom and serve it nice and hot with some raita by the side. This Thalassery biryani is loaded with flavor. It's got all the goodness of this nice chicken and fried onions and the golden raisins and cashew nuts. It's just beautiful. It's a lovely recipe, guys. It's a must try. So do try the recipe and let me know how it turned out for you guys. So here is this absolutely delicious, fragrant and flavorful Thalassery chicken biryani. Make sure you follow all the steps to get it perfectly. You can enjoy this with some nice raita by the side. To try the recipe, enjoy and share it with your family and friends. The second edition of our home cooking book is now available on our website 21frames.in. I'll give you the link in the description. You can go and check it out. The book is currently available only in India for now. So you can place your orders on 21frames.in.